everyone, this is Sunniva.
And this is Johannes.
And you're watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we are taking a look at Recall, a new game coming out at Spiel this year. Before we talk about it, for clarity, we just have to say that we do know the designers of this game personally. With that said, let's jump into the game. As always, I'm not going to do a full overview, especially not in this game, because there is a lot of stuff going on, a lot of moving parts. The gist of the game is that you are a tribe, you are trying to explore the lands and maybe recall something about the different tribes that lived there before. On your turn, you will do one of two things. You will either use one of your key cards to activate actions, or you will recall, is the name of the game, 2 times already, to get those key cards back and do some production. And basically, when you activate the key card, you will take the key card and place it in an available action. You get to do the actions on that space. You also get to do, if you have actions, in the beginning you probably won't, but later on you might have abilities on it that you also will be able to do. And those are the things you will be doing, but what are you doing? Most of the action revolves around either getting new followers or moving those followers around on the map to build buildings or excavate these ability stones that helps you use your tribal abilities and your gadgets that you get throughout the game. You will be moving on these tracks, and when somebody moves to the third step, you're going to reveal one of these new tribes, either by setting up in the beginning or using an app that is not mandatory, but we're going to talk more about that app later. And there will be new abilities available for when you get all the way up to the 5th spot. You will activate and unlock that ability for yourself for the rest of the game. You will also be getting a gadget when you get to the 3rd spot, so you will get more and more opportunities for doing different things and for getting combinations that you can use. You will be doing these things for 13 rounds. After the 4th, 7th, and 10th round, you'll have to choose a specification of like a specific path goal that you want to score better. All of those cards over on the left there are final scorings. And the player who, or when you choose something, you will get an extra final scoring for that. There's other ways to score points. You will score points when you play, and the points you get throughout the game will unlock upgrades to your different actions that you can use. You will also have final scoring cards, goals that you will try to beat, and after the 9th round, you will have to discard one of them, giving you an instant bonus, and then you will try to score the other one. All of these are worth 15 points. Whew! That is what you will do. You'll also explore new spaces and try to score points in many clever ways, outmaneuvering your other opponents and winning the game of Recall.
Yes, there's a lot to keep track of in this game. This game is from the same designers that did Revive, which is a game we love. And a lot of people is going to compare the two games.
A lot of people are. Like, we put up a picture on Instagram and all of them was like, this or Revive? Is this better than Revive? Is it different from Revive? And this is not going to be a comparison.
No, because it would be like comparing Le Havre and Caverna. Like, they are from the same designer, and yes, you can feel like they have like the same DNA there. You can feel that the same people have made those two games, but the similarities kind of stops there.
Yeah, but I understand, like, it's the same artist.
Oh, yes.
So you get, like, some of the same vibes when you look at the pictures. And you might even, when you read the rulebook, you might even, like, get some vibes. But the more I played this, the less I was thinking about the Revive.
Yeah.
Because they're not similar in many points. So this is not going to be, because as I said, it wouldn't make any sense. It's not going to be a comparison. So we are going to talk about this. But basically, it's not going to be, depending, of course, of the kind of game collection you have. But it not anymore. I don't feel like you should anymore ask yourself, do I need Recall when I have Revive, than to ask yourself, do I need a Feast for Odin when I have Revive? Like, if you're not like collecting different designers and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't feel like there are that many similarities of the two games.
Yeah, you have exploration on the board, like in many other games. You have tracks, like in many other games.
It's a Euro game.
I think the most unique thing about this and also Revive is that you have like in Revive cards, here key cards, here actions, in Revive resource slots.
Yeah,
production. That's the most similar the games are.
Yeah, and those two mechanisms, since you're getting resources, one is an actual selection game revive, whereas here you have these that you choose, and the combination of the two will change up very much how you do.
Yeah.
Most of the game revolves around moving followers around and using them to develop by either building buildings or excavate these sites. So you see this action, this action, this action, and this action revolves around that in different ways.
Yep.
And then you have this action which lets you copy one of these actions, and you have this action that gives you more followers.
Yeah.
So basically what you will be doing in this game is trying to, in a clever way, get followers, move them to the best positions, and use them in the best way possible.
Yep.
There are many reasons to move them around. So this is like, we're going to talk more about like strategic spots soon, but it's not a game where you're just like, I'm not going to build this game.
Yeah, because you're going to build. So the question then is, okay, but where should I build? And what should I build?
Yeah.
Because I don't think you touched on this when you explained kind of
I didn't,
some of the rules.
because we're also talking about it now.
Yes. The terrain on the tiles is what decides what you can build there.
Yeah.
So for example, on this space right here is like a meadow with some pigs and stuff. It's only one kind of building that can go there. And the same with this mountain, and the same with this kind of ancient...
It's an archive.
Archive. So you're going to be like, okay, I kind of want to build this building. Is it space for it? Have somebody else built there before? Because then it's more expensive. Could I maybe use that action that lets me reveal a new tile to see if I can build what I want to build there?
Another really cool thing about this map is that some of these spaces you add a relic cube. And those can be very good that they're there, but also very much in the way.
Yes.
Because some of them are on the water, those are pretty nice. But let's say this is over here. And let's say on my player board, I already have one black relic cube. So if I want to move past this space, I have to gather it.
Yeah.
There is no way to move through this space if you don't have a special ability that lets you jump over it without picking this up. And to pick that up, I would need to have 2 people. So if because it's the second one, the first one is going to cost 1 and it's 2, 2, 3, 3. So if I want to go past this space, I need at least 3 followers.
Yeah.
And if I move here and these go away, let's say I had 3 of them, let's say I had this one as well, I move the third one there, I can't build there now. Because you built there, and the more players you build there, the more followers you need there. So the timing is also crucial because of that you don't want to build a thing. But then again, if I had the possibility to build it, then I would have no more people left there. And if I don't have people left, it's hard to get more. Like if there's so many things. Like for example here, I don't want to remove this one actually, because now if I get more followers, I can place them here.
Yeah, but if you remove that one to build a building, you can place people 100%. Where you have a building. I think that's cool. The other thing I think is cool, is the excavation side. I really like those because the more there are... things. Ability stones that are there, the cheaper it is to excavate. But you have to... Then you don't get that much movement on the tracks.
Because that's what that action do.
Yes.
I don't think I explained that.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
So when you excavate, you have to pay a dude and also pay the corresponding...
follower. Thematic.
Okay, this is the cost,
yes.
basically. And the more expensive it gets, the more movement you get on the tracks. And these ones, you use them to activate your abilities. This is a pretty satisfying game. That it feels like not an engine builder, but you get to do a lot more stuff towards the end of the game than in the beginning. Because
you have more gadgets, you have more of these if you have played for those. I feel like you should get a few of these. Because if you don't get any of them, I don't think you will win. Because
they're pretty cheap.
Especially in the beginning. Because... that is the thing, to get first to a couple of these, it feels good. Because these are very easy to get, the white crystals. These are harder to get than the purple ones.
Yep.
So if there's only one left, you have to want to go on that track. But going on the track gives you points. And also, each of these you have at the end of the game is going to be 2 points, whatever scoring you have. And then you also get to use them for this. So they're very good.
Yes.
But I don't think you're going to play a game where I'm not going to get any ability stones this game. I don't feel that's where the... strategies diverge. There might be some strategies where you go for heavy on those, but there might be some strategies that you don't go for them heavy at all. Let's see, there's different goals, and the goals will give you a kind of a path.
Yeah, a
because
direction to go
these 15
in.
points, if like there's games we played, if you didn't get it and I got it, there was one game that you didn't get it, you still won. But there was a game that like that would have won me the game if you hadn't got it. So 15 points can be quite a lot. So let's say here you want to build 4 of the archives and 2 monuments.
Yeah.
Getting one of each of these doesn't feel that hard.
No.
This feels like it feels harder than getting 3 in the same of the relic cubes. But the thing is like building 4 of them. You have to go out of your way to do that. You have to try to do that because it's not. There's only on these spaces and not one on each tile. So these are giving you kind of a direction in the game as well.
I like that you have 2.
Yeah.
So that you can try to see like, because you don't know what are on these tiles kind of before you flip them around. And I like that these, what you call that building?
The monuments.
The monuments, you know which tiles they're on.
Yeah.
Because they're just on 3 tiles. So it's a little more rare to come by. But I like that you have two options until like the 9th round of the game.
Yeah, if you have like a very specific thing to do, this is a strategy tip in the middle of the review. Don't wait until your next to last action to unlock a tile and then you see that, oh, there's no way to get past that tile.
Yes.
Because it have all of this. There's one tile that has
it's that one.
Tile?
Yes.
Yeah. It has 4 spaces for these and then 2 volcanoes, which you normally can't move through. So to get through that tile is going to cost you a lot of followers. So, and I got that tile over here. I really had to go over there, but I managed to go and do it. I just had to go all the way around, and there was some ways to do that. But there is not a lot of luck in this game. But it's like if you wait too long before you flip this, that might be like a thing that stops you. And the only other luck in the game really is getting these, and this is just like a bonus. You don't revolve your strategy around getting the boxes. Even though you will be building some stuff, you will be excavating, you will be using abilities, I feel like there's a lot of variability in the game.
I agree. I feel like you could do like different directions within the game. This helps you decide, and also the tribes and your starting gadget, and also these tribes and gadgets that you unlock throughout the game makes the game feel nuanced every time I play it.
And the setup, there's so much stuff open in the setup. You have, for example, the upgrades. B is always going to be a B. There's not like different ones. There is actually 2 that you can choose from when you get it, but you know the order these are available. So you know that this one, you will probably get through the game. You will, if you don't play a very weird strategy. This one you probably will get.
Yeah.
Not 100%. The first time we played, I got 4. There's a couple of these cards that need you to get 5. I think I got 5.
Yeah.
That was like, I don't know. After that, I don't know how I managed to get the 30 points. I think actually that is easier with more players.
Yeah.
Because you get more points for exploring.
Yes,
you can get up to
that's
4
true.
points for each of them. So some of them will be harder with fewer players. But you see this, you don't see that. That's going to be random or it's going to reveal.
You can play with a version
Yes.
that you have them open from the start if you like that.
I don't think you need that.
I don't think you
I
need
feel
that
like
either.
this is it's not like when I read the rules to it, I was like, oh, this is kind of like SETI. It's SETI in like a very minor way. Because in SETI, I feel like, oh, this is a big different thing. But actually, it's kind of like that here too.
Yeah.
You can get like, oh, that ability, I really want to get that one soon. And also like this one, you will look at the order of that. So there's a lot of
the final
variability
scoring,
of
yes.
that. With that said, the first few times you play this game, it's going to be very overwhelming. Like a lot.
Yeah.
Because how many abilities could you, like halfway-ish through the game, how many abilities can you have?
You can have 4 gadgets and 4 tribe abilities.
Which is a lot.
And also, if you've upgraded some of those, you're doing more stuff towards the end of the game, as I mentioned. And also, if you have upgrade, because you're upgrading your keycards too, and getting more of them, there's a lot to keep track of potentially.
The first couple of times I played this game, I had so much trouble getting my brain to understand it. Like it was the third time I played, I could enjoy myself. Before that, I had to be like, okay, but now, okay, but I had to remember I have that thing, so I can place that there because I get this bonus. But then I also I can do this. that helps me do that. And because of that, I can do this thing. And I have this box that lets me do that. So the first time you play, and the first couple of times, depending on how you are as a gamer, it's going to be long.
Yeah.
The first time we played 4 players, it was 2:45, something like that. The first 2-player game was 1 hour, almost 1 hour 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But we've got that down to like an hour and 10, an hour and 15, which I think is a pretty nice time for such a big, heavy-ish Euro game.
I agree.
One of the things about this game is that 3 times throughout the game, you'll be choosing a path. So all of those, everyone is going to score, but you're going to score 3 of them in an additional way. Through all the plays we had now, I never felt that was like a very big part of the game. It didn't feel like, oh, which one should I choose? And there's a bonus. Basically, I am better at this than at this. And because of my scoring goal, I will probably do most of that. So I'm going to choose that one.
Yeah.
It was never like a crunchy like a feeling of like, oh no, what should I do? How did you feel about that?
I agree. I like that they're double-sided. So the first scoring is always the same, but the scoring that you will actively choose is different depending on the side. And also, what is interesting is the pairs of them.
Yeah.
Because if both of these two are together, then you know that you will... Probably not a good idea to go heavy into both.
Yeah.
Because you will just score one of them like super duper well. So yeah, and I feel like it's nice because the one you're choosing after round 4, that's pretty early. So I thought it was nice that you haven't maybe done anything towards those yet. So you have to be like, okay, but what will I do for the rest of the game? And that kind of shapes how you play for that game.
It's more like a nuance, I feel, and than a big part of the game. One thing I did think about, like some of them, like for example, the next to highest one there, where you get 2 points for each of these.
Yeah.
The basic side of that, if you flip it around, it's just getting 2 more points for each of them.
Yeah.
And the same one when that one is 2 points for each archive you build, and 2 more points for each archive you build.
Yeah.
Some of them just feel simpler to score.
And this also is just like
for
2
example,
points for each key card.
I have to go very heavy
starting.
into the path of ambition, 6 points for a set of them, to score more points than like especially if it gets paired with one that's 2 points per of these.
Yeah.
In the way we play, I don't see a way where you could play this game without getting 3 of this. And if you get 3 of these, then you are and you get points from the first one. So some of them just feels better
more
if they
accessible.
are and easier to get. So there's no like reason for me to choose the harder one when I have that easier one.
I agree.
We said in the overview there is an app, and the app is completely, what is it called? Like you don't have to use it. It's
voluntarily.
That was not optional.
Optional.
That was the word I was looking for. It's an optional app. What it is doing, I think it's pretty fun, is that you will be adding in your tribe and your starting gadgets, and you can give your leader a name if you want to. And then when you get to this point, instead of setting this up at the beginning of the game, you will be pressing reveal. And the point of it is that then you will get a tribe and a 4 gadgets of another player somewhere in the world. And you will get to see who that player was, the name, the country, and how many points that player got. And that's pretty funny, because not funny, but fun. It's not funny. At the end of the game, you're gonna be able to put in and you will give him a name, and you will give like your tribe a name, like your clan a name, that's what I meant. And you will put in the other gadget you got, and then somebody else will get to meet that person. So it's kind of like a fun way, and it will be a high score list and all of that. So that's very 100% optional, but it adds like a little bit of fun if you enjoy that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just a fun little thing, and I think it's like you can draw a random tribe and 4 random gadgets, and it would be like a unique combination. But it's cool to see like, okay, that's the unique combination of that play. That's the combination that play of this game created. Which 100%. Is fun.
Who do you think is gonna like this game?
Eurogamers.
Yes. Bye.
Yeah, if you like, you have to like moving your guys, because your guys are kind of your resources in this game. That and optimization of the gems as well. You have to be into the I'm going to move here, I'm going to move over there, and I'm going to build. Because you're doing a lot of that in this game.
It is a heavier game.
Yeah.
Like the rules are pretty straightforward. They're not very complicated rules, but because of all the combos you can do, and because like the learning curve might be pretty steep, because of all the different actions that are available to you at all times. Like we said, like you have 8 different actions, like bonus actions at the most, and that is going to be a lot of stuff to keep track of and to internalize and to be like, okay, because of that and that. But I promise you, after you played it 2 or 3 times, it's going to be way easier. So get past that and the game is going to feel so much better, like the flow of that. Just know that before you go into it. It is a game that's you're going to need to put a little bit into it before you get like the best the game can offer to you. With that said, what is the best the game can offer to you? Let's do some final thoughts.
I like this game. When we got this game, I thought it would be more similar to Revive than it is. The more I play it, the less of Revive I see in this game. I really love the concept that I really like from Revive, the matching the card to the slot. They've kept kind of this, but modified it to something different, and I really like it in this game as well. Upgrading the key cards is fun. Upgrading actions, so you get, for example, this one with a double development.
Yeah.
Super fun. And I like to try and see the opportunities on the board. I like when I've done a turn and then other people do their turn. I'm thinking, okay, if I do that action paired with this key card, then I can go there and I can do these 2 developments, and that will give me up on the track, so I get this bonus, and then next time, then I won't have to recall yet. I can do another action. So you're trying to optimize. I like the optimization puzzle. I thought I would recall my workers a lot in this game, like workers, key cards. But I've actually done that, I think 2 times.
Yes.
Every single time we play this game. So you're not doing that a lot, but you're trying not to do it a lot as well. So it's like the balance there. A lot of good things in this game. I'm going to land on an 8.5, I think. It's a really solid, great game.
I like this game more and more. The first time I played it, I was very tired, but I enjoyed myself. The second time I played it, I sat down and I just couldn't get my brain to understand it. Everything felt hard, everything felt like it was not working with my brain. But then the third time we sat down, and this was weird because even before we did the first turn, you had set up the game, I came back from work, I sat down and I knew I'm going to have fun now.
Yeah.
Because I had started to get it, I had started to get the things, and then after that, the more we played it, the more fun I had. I think that it's going to be weird for me if these designers make something I don't like. Because they have, even though I disagree with many of their things or games that they like personally, they make games that speaks to me. Yeah. They make games that works with my brain. After a while, for this one, I didn't like instantly fall in love with it, but I needed to get past that like the learning curve to get into the feeling I'm looking for when I play a game, when we spoke about this before, is that I'm having fun. The feeling of adrenaline, I guess, that I get in my body. I'm like, yes, I get to do this cool move now. Maybe I get to win over Sunniva. And then, of course, answer is no. But you like get that feeling. And the more I play this, I'm very happy we got to play it quite a few times. So we get over that to this part where I'm really enjoying it. For me, this is going to be a 9. I have a lot of fun with this one. And if you want to see it in action, we are going to have a playthrough of this available also on the channel pretty soon, so you can go and check that out to see even better if you think this game is going to be for you more than just listening to our words.
Yeah.
That's going to be the end.
Yes.
If you enjoyed this video, or even if you didn't enjoy it, because it's free, what can you do?
Subscribe.
Why would you do that?
Because it's so cool.
Yes.
You'll never miss it.
Yes, click the bell and click all the notifications so you get all the videos that we do. We're going to do quite a few reviews of Spiel titles coming up to Spiel. And it's very long to Spiel, but if you see us, give us a secret sign.
Yes, please.
And we'll see you there. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Sunniva.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.